On the banks of Lake Washington, it's Husky Stadium. Two behemoth conferences, bragging rights at stake, the SEC versus the Big Ten. It's the Aggies and the Washington Huskies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
The most beautiful views from the water on Lake Washington. Husky Stadium is something special. You can see the lake, the mountains. You can see it all from kickoff. This is one of the most glorious views in all of college sports. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And this place was going bananas. It was going nuts. The atmosphere was incredible. But how about the visitors setting the tone? The opening kickoff return, taking it back to the house. And now, guys, it's gotten really, really quiet.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown.
Nah, this is kind of wide open. But the schools in the Big Ten, well, basically everybody said that if you're not already, well, not everybody, but the Big Ten and the SEC have both said if you're not already cleared or whatever, then they're not doing it.
And he's going to bring it out.
And to me, that was the solution on the first one.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Huskies offense will be first on the attack. And here is the talented Micah Alejado out to run the attack. Man, was he locked in last time out. Completed better than 70% and threw for more than 350 yards.
Well, this guy's been sensational individually, and when he plays well, he gives his team a chance to win. We know that. Now, obviously, they've got 2 losses. You can't afford another one if you want to reach the college football playoff, David. I think people around...
You just don't go back to college. And then you realize, like, actually, I do need, to get my degree. Because that'd be the thing. The internships are based on, they're like, yeah, come back after you get your degree. We'll give you the full-time job. But I know some people who have, done well enough in the internship where they might have stayed on the internship, basically convert to a full-time position just for another semester. Basically sit out of school for a semester, keep doing the internship, and then go back to school and continue their degree. But yeah. So I think that there's as far as I know, there was only one person who was cleared, who was cut. Basically, he was cut a couple of days ago, like long enough ago to where he had already kind of gotten reinstated to LSU. So now, because these schools are saying what they're saying, I'm wondering if they're going to try to retroactively go back and say, hey, or if they like, yeah, well, you already made it, so you good, but if you would have took one more day, we would have told you no. But yeah, I really just think it's the people that are in control are just trying to stay in control. And then the also thing is that I don't think that their forecast, like, I think that they need you to need football for real. They need you to want to go to the NFL. And if you start getting a bunch of players that go to college to play football just to get that, just to get $400,000 worth of NIL money, or $1 million or $2 million, like, they want to restrict that as much as possible. Like I said, they need you to want to kill yourself to get to the next level, to get that money. they hate that them college kids are getting that much money. You know, the college, like some of them, if a kid got a $1 million NIL deal, he's richer than the coaching staff. Except for the head coach, you know what I'm saying? Like, but them, you know, them other coaches, them niggas don't be getting paid no millions of dollars. They be getting $100K, $200K, maybe. So
Need to step up, and that's going to be, I think, critical in this game.
It's critical the rest of the season. Like you said, the mulligans are gone. You've had a couple of bad performances, but I think they've learned, too, what they do well. And he had a good week last week. Build on it. No more room for error. Everyone step up. Like you said, the run game get better. Receivers make plays, and then see where this season goes. Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs.
And the quarterback
it is two.
And sacked at the 12.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Searching for space. And there he goes. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. The Aggies offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And I'm just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got 2 guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the pass.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to get the corner. He'll toss it. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got him quickly, and he's still running after the move. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs going to the air. In the backfield, it's Carr. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Hits inside, it's Carr. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down to the air. Short pass. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Washington hoping to make this defense bow down in the red zone. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They're all over him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
Huh?
Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. It is perfect. Now the lead is down to 11.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. Long way to go on 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Owens. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Now here's Reed. Finds his big tight end. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd. He'll take it himself. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. 3rd and long right here. Here's Reed to throw. Buying time to his right. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down. This offense has it with really good field position. Drops back on 1st down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, it's Washington. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Snaps it in the shotgun. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Good job just to get rid of that one.
And this QB already in the 1st quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He splits the uprights. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Reed. Here comes the heat. Fires immediately. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Looking downfield, it's Reed. He just throws it away, and I think coming in. There it is. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Throwing Reed. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Again, it's Reed. Looking for a big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Trying to make one miss. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about. I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there. Tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. Fresh set of downs going up top. He wants to take the top off. Picked off to stop the threat. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The run inside. It's Owens. Got the first down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wide receiver going in motion. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Reed. Look out. And he gets rid of it.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Out down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, The tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had zero answers.
Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Here's Reed to throw. Fires to the right. Intercepted to stop the threat. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. They'll need a bunch on second down. Right back to the well. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Right side, it's Miller. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Finds his target. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. And the Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Here's a give to Washington. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. Now on first down from the 43. They'll give it to him again. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. That was actually his longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Trying to squeak through the pile. Oh, he's got some space. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down. The Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. In the red area, it's Carr. Here's a little room there. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together.
Touchdown, Husky. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Running inside, it's Owens. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. The Aggies in the hurry-up.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Reed. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Rolls right. He'll be stopped right at the 43-yard line. It'll be fourth down. Now to see if they want to spin that wheel of fortune.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Reed to throw for it on fourth. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Move to his right. He'll pull it down and run. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds. And the Aggies come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Burrowing for yardage. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Throwing Reed.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the first down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for a fourth down once, like they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
Back to throw, it's Reed. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be the two left to work with before the half. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They've already converted once on fourth down on this drive. They are unafraid to... Fourth down, Reed. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Aggies.
On these critical fourth downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the first down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
PAT unit on the field. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Clark. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. Makes the quick grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Face mask penalty. Velocity 15 yards and a first down. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw on first. Gonna take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Baylor taking on the number 18 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And it's the Bears with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. The win puts them a game over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game inside Husky Stadium. This tight end is enjoying quite the day through 2 quarters. It's amazing
Man play.
tight ends are now and just how much they're utilized. He's played a starring role in giving them this halftime lead. And with that, let's head back to the gorgeous Pacific Northwest and the fellas at UW.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here.
Halftime show looking off.
The Aggies will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Guys, I caught up with the Aggies head coach at the half. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team. Somebody who could change a game with one route. Their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half.
Nobody's like,
back to you.
Holly, thank you.
You did your job.
Tells to run, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after.
Yeah, this shit crazy.
Completion, not the way they had it drawn up. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30.
When you go to McDonald's and he's like, damn, nigga, don't be mad at me, nigga, you work here.
Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to take off. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he...
That was 50. And I brought my ass to work.
If I'm not capable or this job is not, worth it for me, then what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave it.
Mm-hmm.
So just be done, bro. Like, years ago, you should have been done. I understand. But if you want to work, come home every day.
He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.